On a Jean Matenga de Cook Island, de CITV, de Cook Island, qui est en live sur Zoom. Welcome, Jean.
Kia ora to all of you.
So, you know what? It's so awesome looking around the room because I'm just seeing everyone from all corners of the Pacific, of the moana. And this is the point of all the content that we're invested in making, and we're trying to connect across the moana. So I'm looking at Heretu from the Marquesas, and our sister here from Rapa Nui, and the wonderful Mereata, who runs TNTV, and Ms. Tonga, 1823, Navak, Lanita from the Cook Islands, we've got Jean from the Cook Islands, we've got Tawaleo'o, and we've got our Aotearoa princess here. So, you know, even in this room, we're reflecting the demography of the Pacific, which is an awesome thing. So we do two things. We run a platform that we like to think of as the Polynesian Netflix. It's called the Coconut TV. I hope some of you have gone on there and checked out some of the content. But we also are a production house. We're a small production house with high ambitions and low budgets, like all of us. So, you know, this is the struggle. The awesome thing about that, as you guys all know, Matiata and Stephen and Heratu, the thing is, when you have no money, you have to learn how to do all the things. And that is a skill. You know, you can't underestimate that. And I remember when I was working with Tangata Pacifica, you carry the lights, you learn how to plug in the lights, you do the thing. And those are skills you take with you everywhere. And that's the value of the DIY model, because, you know, it's not enough to just do one thing anymore. Hey, you guys know that. You got to know how to do all the things. And that's the small value of having no big budgets with 100 people, because all our crew, they have to know how to do more than one thing. So I'm just going to give you a short window into our world and the type of content we make. Just ask questions as we go, you know, like about the content. And also about, there's no point just me just sitting here, you know, doing a show and tell. You guys tell me what you think the synergies might be. I'm just going to put up my email contact address after, and that's just the point of contact to continue the talanoa. Our mandate is Pacific content for us and by us, for Pacific people, by Pacific people. We only work with Pacific crews, we only work with Pacific talent, and Pacific creatives. So that's the world that we've built over 10 years. It's been a long time training people and building people, but these are the people who've made all this. So I'm just going to show you guys the variety of stuff that young people on our teams have been making, because it's aspirational. This is content all made by and for young Pacific people.
They are the protector of the old world. They guard our
Can you turn the volume up?
and if you soli the va,
Isa! Can we go again, please, from the top?
they are the protector of the old world. They guard our ngafa, and if you soli the va, you can't interfere with the world of the Tainisa. So don't you go and trample on the va.
Okay. Especially not in those shoes.
New Zealand's colonial history in the Pacific is filled with stories often untold.
Larsen is showing the white man's way.
Niue is better now without him.
Stories at the heart of modern Pacific identity.
The epidemic It killed about a quarter of our population.
There were also the shootings of non-violent protesters by New Zealand police.
I have no faith that it was an accident. I think it was a plot to kill the leadership of the Maori.
Stretching across the moana,
Lots of people will tell you that the mafia are involved in the building of this hotel.
right onto Aotearoa's doorstep.
That's the sad part of the Dawn raids, is it was racial targeting. They let so many UK people overstay. But what I never understood is, so why did they turn on the Pacific Islanders?
The actions of New Zealand's past have moulded the Pacific's present.
Cool culture is inevitable in a way because we have not resolved our colonial hangover.
These are our stories.
The attitudes that contributed to that colonialist rule are still around today. It's not us that has to learn the story, it's actually New Zealanders.
Ladies, gentlemen, and those in between, here's a little tale about a young brown queen. It might be familiar to some or to all, but here's a true tale of the Belle of the Ball.
Stepmother, sisters, a slipper made of glass, a prince with a crown and a mighty fine
Smile. A mighty fine smile.
Oh yeah, gotcha. PG version ASOS.
Man, I'm probably wondering who I am. My name is B-I-double-L-Y, Wolf the Man. Woo. Welcome to the area, Luna Craze. I live my whole life here, everyone is my friend.
Are you trying to do a TikTok?
Nah, I was trying to practice my kung fu moves, lad.
Lad, you were in Australia for 2 weeks. Why do you have an accent?
Your hair is Uggs. Trust me. Use the rock straighteners.
Ay, auntie, why we so poor? Why we got no money to go and spend at the store? Got nothing in the pantry, empty kitchen is a law. Hungry every day, my stomach is so sore. Where's my food?
You snooze, you lose, Mr. Solo Artist.
And joy has arrived, the village is full of life. Make way for our princess, she's our girl.
Welcome, Malakamu Lakatani.
We're gonna go get us a Uma. Let's go.
What's that do?
Santamo! That's what I'm talking about. I'm gonna teach you how to survive an extreme event with just a humble coconut tree. Come on.
Learning the basic way of Cook Islands dancing is keeping up with the beat.
Yeah, I got something new for you. It's called Watch Your Size.
I'm just gonna show you how to thread them through.
I'm going to teach you how to make this amazing dish.
I'm gonna show you the salmon sivata. So come on.
If you want the burn, come and see me. I'll give you the burn. If you want the real burn, then stand in front of a fire.
My name is Tony Vai Vai, and today I am going to show you how to dodge a flying jandal.
Hide behind baby Jesus.
The classic tie is simple. Hold your patio widthways, wrap that around the front, the rest of the material around, and tie a double knot.
If you're thinking that it looks too hard, it is not.
Grab your t-shirt or cloth, jump on the trunk using your upper body to drag you up, bringing both feet as far up as possible.
Feet together, hands on your hips, bend your knees and swing.
Good thing about fishing here, all our resources are either upstream or right next to the road.
So when that rock goes down, you just give it a big yank, and then you got your burley bomb.
Hold the chermole like that, and then just turning them either ways.
You can make it beautiful like this.
First, you take the craft knife and you slice the back of the heel. Oh, don't break a nail, bro.
There it is. The key, done.
New style.
Flawless victory. Follow those simple steps and you will survive.
And now you know how to do it, so knock yourself out.
Snog it, Johnny. I would tell you something strange. Before I saw you, all white men looked the same to me.
That's what white men say about you people.
Only fools rush in, but I can't help
This isn't a one-night stand.
falling in love with you.
Because there's nothing more dangerous than a brown woman with a broken heart.
Only fools rush in, but I can't help.
Kill my vibe. It's our premiere drama.
Nothing more dangerous than a brown woman with a broken heart.
Only fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love with you.
I told you we'll steal your heart.
Yeah, so that's some samples of. Thank you. So that's some samples of the types of content that we have on the Coconet. There's a huge backlog of content as well. This is just our most recent stuff. But like I said, the Coconut works because we have conversations across the region. So we have crews that we work with here in Tahiti. We work with Heretu. He's made us pieces from the Marquesas. We have crews in Samoa, in Tonga. So a lot of the pieces on the Coconut, particularly the bits where we're showing how to do island activities, those are the ones that have been really popular. And they're made by people from around the whole moana, Nuiakiwa. So that's why it's been really rewarding, because we're constantly in comms with different people. We had awesome, relationship with Mateata and the Heiva Festival. So, it's been a slow build, but I'm so proud of the fact that we have those relationships. Because like everything in Polynesia, it's all about relationships, and we've had a good relationship with Luke and France TV and our content as well. So that's the other part of it. It's awesome making content for us, but like Oscar said in the history doco, it's really important for wider audiences to see this content, to understand who we are and the things that have happened to us, to understand how we've got here in the modern day. It's really important for people to watch things like our colonial history to understand it. That's why a wider audience viewpoint's also very relevant to our content. The other thing is, with young people making it, it's so important because our demographic is very young. I've said this time and time again. Most Pacific people in New Zealand are under the age of 23. So we have to be real about that, and we have to have those people making content. I just want to give a shout out to all the young people working at FIFO. It's so important to see all the young people in production, behind the scenes, from the production crews to the creative crews, to the young directors coming through, because we need you guys. We can't get enough of you. You're the future. So this is the platform for you, for those voices. And we know that everyone's on TikTok and on socials, so feeding this content through those social media platforms. We're doing a big build with our TikTok platform, even though it's owned by China. And also with Reels, IG Reels is a really, really good play-out platform. Minute 30, short and dirty, but it's awesome because we can give really good taste teasers of the site through that minute 30, and people just, the algorithms there, they just feed you the next one, the next one, the next one, so it's really important. That's me. Do you guys have any questions? Do you guys want to ask anything now? Because you can contact us via FIFO, but this is also important because I really want to know what you guys are thinking and what potential synergies there may be. So what these festivals are all about. It's about building relationships and connections. Does anyone have any questions about anything in the world to do with that? Thank you so much. Oh, yeah. We have got a short film section, and we look at Pacific short films. Yeah. And that, it's quite good for how that can work with young filmmakers. Once you've done your festival run or your exhibit run, it's a good place for them to live. On a lot of short filmmakers, once they do their run, then they'll bring it to us on the Coconut so that it still has a life, because it's so hard to get platforms for short films, right? There's so many, it's so limited, the opportunities to view short films. So, once it does the festival, whatever festival circuit, often nobody sees them. So, we have a whole lot of short films on the site that people can go to watch. And we actually don't have enough. And a lot of them are Samoan, because there's lots of Samoans in the world. But, it's good to get different flavors. We don't have a lot from Melanesia, for example, and I really want to build up more of those voices, yeah. So that's the way that can work as well. Thank you, everybody, for coming, giving up your morning. Te lava.